Alright, what up, y'all? This is your boy Satoshi Heavy coming at you live. It is 11:23 in hot-ass Arizona. I hope everybody had a great day. Let's get this rolling. It's going to be a quick edition. Just nothing much has really alluded to my... Still, nothing has really changed in regards to my implications of the market. And so today's session will be very, very quick in regards to what I'm trying to show and tell you guys. Because nothing has really changed. So let's begin. Transition in 3, 2, 1, and go. Welcome everybody. It's your boy Satoshi Heavy. Let's get another edition to Satoshi's Shit Show. So what happened? Last update I did for my group was this morning, right here. And I said we're gonna move up, or right here. I forgot where I was exactly. I could go ahead and post the chart. Where's the chart at? I know this is Ethereum. I'm gonna go. Okay, let's go Ethereum. And where are we at? Right here. This is my last Ethereum chart. If you got it, like I said in my video yesterday, I said if you were long via Sean Nance's long call within CCV, that you should have moved your stop up and secured your position, and thus right now you'd be sitting in a decent gain, a decent profit if you listen to my both Sean on the entry and then me on the hold position. So if the entry is down here somewhere, We've now gained 7% of that little movement. So definitely some good money that was made there if you got in on that. So congratulations. Now though, it is this has really have taken the shape to exactly what I want to see in regards to a structure bearishly. Perfect 1.236 extension on to the top, to the dot. Hit our exact entry point for our short. So if you got on that, dude, congratulations. What a fucking great entry, right? Now the question is at hand: are we actually impulsively moving down now, or are we continuing to move up? This structure that's taking shape here has given me no reason to believe this is impulsive move up. That looks like a 3-wave move. One could say this is maybe like I don't know. This being 3 waves makes me really not believe this is 1, 2, 3, or anything like a 1, 2, 3. It really looks like a corrective pattern. So I'm just gonna continue on with this idea and we'll see where it goes. So if, like I said, if you enter this short, congratulations, it's a great entry point. You notice here we broke this low here, so the possibility that we could continue on down is very high. We broke that breaker pivot here, so as long as we just do that, roll down, and then we can really start thinking about what's going to happen in regards to market analysis. Breaking 155.8 and closing on a 2 to 4 H1 candle close is really telling you the direction that's going to take place, and that will be down in this aspect. Yeah, so again, this is a very high risk play due to my implications and my assumption that the bigger move will be the move on the south side once we make it there. Is this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is this a B, C? No, this is definitely not C. Is this A and then A, B, C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any diagonal type shit. If we start forming a triangle here, a diagonal here, I'm gonna be very bullish. I'm gonna be very bullish. And the reason why I'm gonna be very bullish is because there's a count that was provided by our good boy Sean Nance, where it depicts this entire range being a corrective phase, which is it could be very possible. A, B, C. And C came at any diagonal. 5-wave up. I know that wasn't really a 5-wave there, but this could be ABC, 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 ABC. Any diagonal for this. And this, if this was to be the case, this next move would be so fucking huge and big. It's gonna be very similar to this. So this is a reason why I want to be longing this. This not only for that aspect, but also the aspect that this could still be a corrective phase, but still very bullish. What I mean by that is if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and we will know what shape we're forming if we're able to get to certain levels. If we're able to get up to this level, like at 200, then I'm willing to say this is a possible breakout here after an A, a B, and a C. But if we don't and we stay beneath 182, specifically if we stay beneath 171, then I'm really going to be bearish and thinking this is a B, and a C coming down. But in regards to total implications and total market analysis and idea, nothing has really changed for me at all in terms of this. We got a strong buy approaching here. So if this dips, and first of all, we got pretty nasty hidden bearish divergence here. So from this top to this top, you got equal highs or lesser highs. This is like that. And what I wanted to share with y'all again was this. This was absolutely huge. Look, we got divergence here, right? This is it's weak divergence, but I consider this divergence. I know it's slightly slanted, but the discrepancy between these points are very different. And 0, 1, 2, X is somewhere right here. And this is why I really thought we were going to tag this zones, because this is X pivot. 0, 1, 2, X. Hit that. If we consolidate in a flag pattern like this, I'm willing to say this breaks up like that. But if we break below this 155.90 cents, I'm really going to think this is a breakdown. And the positions we entered short were great entries, and we should still rock with them. But yeah, nothing has really changed from Ethereum. I'll be looking to close out my short at 145 and 24 cents, and final close out at 137 and 28 cents. As for Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin is nothing. It's not giving me any really reason to believe this is impulsively moving up. That doesn't look like a 5-wave impulse. It's like a 3-wave. So A, B, C. C came at an ending expanding diagonal. That's what I labeled it yesterday. A, B, ending expanding diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short it. This may be due for one more small high, but I don't think so. The market, the structure is taking place. Let's look at some other things. We notice here we got some pretty nasty hidden bearish divergence here. There to there. So if this was to break down, I could see this definitely hitting and maintaining that, and this could possibly go below that. So again, if this didn't hit our desired entry point, I would not frown upon entering a short on Bitcoin now. At all. I would not frown upon that at all. And look to close out right here at 48.29, 47.59, 46.88, and 46.28. Those are your 3 target on lockout, closeout targets. And also here's some pretty nasty bullish divergence. Bearish divergence as well. Pretty fucking nasty here. Now, if we break south, if we move south, break beneath this low, but TGX maintains that blue zone, and RSI maintains this channel right here, long the living piss out of it. That's your go-to what up, Infamous? I appreciate you immensely, but my dog, immensely, my dog. You are like the only person who always watches my streams, besides like Novanj and Shindar, only other 2 are constantly on this, and I highly respect that, and I highly appreciate that. So again, if you're short here, I would not frown upon it. If you went long, like with that long that I didn't call for a long, but I didn't frown upon it. Oh damn, yeah, nope, no doubt about that. I didn't even notice I didn't turn it down. Usually I do. Hold on, give me a second. What the fuck? Give me a second. Alright, cool. Okay. So again, this I'm just gonna continue running with this idea until I get duped, until I'm wrong. You know, until I'm really proven wrong. There's no reason for me to change anything that we've been trying to determine. Nothing at all. I want to just reiterate the aspects of this real quick. And take it to the high. Our proposed high is here. And look at this. God damn. This is a specific time frame you're looking for to close out your long. Your max time you could allow for any sideways or south move and still hold bullish implications is here. But if we continue, if we get down here, go like this, and break that low, that should not happen in regards to this time aspect. And if it does happen, then I guarantee this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First wave of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But from my understanding, my implications, we should see either a big hefty reaction in this time span between the second and the third, and with the max allowed time to go sideways to south being May 13th. Any move be south or any breakers southwards after May 13th, and I'm really believing that this was the top, and you're gonna see a pretty fucking nasty capitulation candle coming pretty soon. Yeah, but those are my ideas. Nothing has really changed in terms of overall implications. I'm still very no, hey, dude, I owe it to all y'all. I owe it to all y'all. Y'all pay for this. You pay me to do this. Y'all, I owe it to you to give you my best advice, my best ideas in terms of trading. It's my duty to provide all that for y'all inside CCV, and so I'm trying to really focus and really hammer it in for y'all every single day to make sure we're always on the right side. Because I'm not gonna lie, that month or two where I was kind of in the backgrounds, I was not happy with the results that our group was making in terms of trade results, setups and stuff like that. And I won't lie, even some of my setups were lackadaisical and pathetic during that time frame. And that was my fault doing in regards to not taking the appropriate steps into trading and TA. But now we're here, and now I'm trying to really hammer that back in and get that laser-like focus and laser-like ability in terms of entries and exits. And so far, these last few trades that we've entered since I've been doing this have been fucking monumentally killer. So let's continue this process, to continue our this story of ours. Again, nothing has really changed for me in terms of the large-scale implications. I really don't understand exactly what is going to happen. I really don't understand if we are indeed officially out of the bear market. To me, if this entire structure is a wave one, I know not from here, not from this low, but from the low or the inception of Bitcoin, which is, I don't know when it was, like 08 or something like that, 2012, I don't know what the fuck it was. If that entire move is a wave one, then we are definitely not done in regard to time. Definitely not done. We need more time and more structure. But if that is not a primary wave one and is some sort of subwave 4, 3, whatever I want to call it, then we could then this bottom here is very likely. But to me, I just don't see it like that. So again, I'm just going to continue being 50-50 here until I see a very clear and valid break south or north. And then at that point, I will start swinging with whatever chart that aligns align with what I'll swing with the chart that aligns the most with. If it breaks below here like this, and then specifically breaks below this 4,800 level, and then gets back into the 4,100 level, I'm really thinking that this is going to come down pretty nastily hard, down to this 2,800 level, 2,400 level to $1,800 level, which is a level that will definitely have a lot of people running for the fences and not ever wanting to touch cryptocurrency ever again. And that's exactly what they want. They don't want anybody They don't want Mama Joe holding fucking Bitcoin. They don't want fucking me and you holding something there. They don't want none of that. They want it all for themselves. They want to create the biggest shakeout possible, and this is a way I could see that. But we must understand that this could have been that entire shakeout, and this is all we needed in terms of a structure to turn around. But so again, there's a few. Like I said, I don't know if this is an A, B, or 1, 2, and 3, or A, B, C. My other idea was this a W, X, and a Y, but I don't like how far Y has eluded itself. Usually, when there's one extremely drastic structure, it is mostly an ABC, and you usually see the drasticness either in B or C in regards to time. And you see right here, we just definitely have a long term of time here. So this could definitely be a C or some sort like that. So again, just be very, very mindful of the structure that's at hand and what could actually happen. Again, if we break below that 4,800 level, get down to the 4,100 level, then I'm really going to think that this is going to be our count here. And this entire structure was a W, X, Y. Just this is literally just barely passes the rule of exception. Barely. A, B, C, D. You can take it from either pivot. I forgot which one's low. And it barely passes. It does not enter this 2/3 range, so it passes for WXY. And then this is an A. Here's your long ass B, and we'll come down for C like this. And since W was a flat, or this is in essence A, B, C, D. So almost like a triangle, but I don't think you can consider it a triangle. I think you consider this a combo. A, B, C, D. I actually like that for a triangle. A, B, C, D, E for a triangle. For a W here. But I also like A, this being B, and this being C. So. And the only reason I'm questioning this is because that means if we got a triangle here, there's absolutely no way we should put a triangle in here, and we already know that we're not. This made a flat, like a really flat with a truncated C. So if this is indeed a WXY, we could expect Y to be a zigzag or a triangle, since this is a flat. But if it was a triangle, which it can kind of be, the reason why I don't like it is the drop down of this initial A. I like to be a little bit more compact like this. I don't like one leg to be like really long like that and do this. I don't like that as much. A, B, C, D, E, and then you break out like that. I just don't really like that as much in terms of structure and how I want it to look. And so I like this better as A, B, C, truncated C. And so, from my understanding, my perspective of things, if we are going to indeed go southwards, this is going to be a pretty catastrophic move. It's going to happen pretty quickly as well. It'll be a 5-wave impulse, very similar to this. If you take a 1-to-1 of this price action that has eluded in this section, we can see and get a possible bottoming target zone. So let's take it from the high. Let's go to the low. Let's go to our current high, which is, where the hell did that thing go? Strange. So we would aim for a 1-to-1 initially, which is literally right here. I would not expect it to get this low at all, ever. Ever again. To maintain all possible bullish aspects, we must maintain 1800 on a close on a high time frame. But this is just an idea, okay? Like I said, in order for us to be confirmed about this, like, we're not trading this pattern, right? But we're trading the intraday stuff. And if we do get this pattern after we, and say if we enter short right now, right? And we did, and we wake up next morning, and we all of a sudden were for some reason down below 5,800. Well, you're probably gonna want to just hold that short, and or add to it on a bounce, right? But we're not gonna trade this like this and hope that this is gonna happen. But we're gonna watch for it, and if it does happen, we're gonna trade it appropriately. But if it doesn't happen, then we know that we should just exit our position in this zone and look to long. Because if we do move south here and then get back above 50, 60, I'm really starting to believe that this is indeed the last and final push up like this. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. And that will complete this A, B. I mean, not A, B. A, B, C here. Or your 1, 2, 3 here. We don't know yet. We don't know what it is yet. And how you can tell what it's going to be once it reaches this point right here is how it retraces. If we retrace and we cannot break 4,800, then we're probably going to be in some sort of 4 like this. You know? I'm just showing a triangle because that's very common for 4. But 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one for 5 here. And if we do that, then we're longing any fucking retrace on a high time frame. And you gotta understand that this will be a huge retrace. You know, if it gets up that point, the retrace could potentially bring us back below 6K if we get up to that point. But this is essentially it in terms of market structure and what I'm trying to figure out for Bitcoin. To me, this is either 1, 2, W, X, Y, X, Y, A, B, C. Since this was a zigzag, if this was indeed a zigzag, W, X, Y. This is a zigzag. A, B, C, W, X, X, Y. That means since this is a zigzag, Y will either be a flat, A, B, C, or a triangle. If this is indeed going to be the most bearish look, do I think it's going to happen? Not really. But I'm going to be ready. If I see it, I'll trade it and I'll watch it. Ooh, here we are. A, B, C. A, B, C. Yeah, if this is going to be the most bearish structure, it will make a flat here, and we won't break 5,700. We'll stay underneath 5,700, and then we'll short it. Again, regardless, all three of those ideas all call for a move south, I think, coming up sooner than later, okay? So again, I do think that this is going to be the setup here, right here, like this, okay? Some of your new friends went long at one what? 156 and 160. What was that at? Hold on, pause real quick. Pause. It's hotter than a motherfucker in my room. My computers are way too fucking hot. Oh, my computer, like it emits so much heat in my fucking room. My room is so fucking hot compared to the rest of the house. Well, my working room, my work room, which is also my sleeping room, because I like having my work really close to where I sleep, so I can just wake up and start working, right? I used to have my computer in the back room, but it was just so fucking far, and I hated having to wake up, walk all the way to the back room, just to do this. So it's just fucking stupid for me. So I moved everything in my room, and now our room's just fucking like a sauna. Gosh. Oh, by the way, we got diverters right. 0, 1, 2, X. And if we get multiple colors below X, and if we get below this in less time and complexity than it took to get to here to there, then this is coming down. Simple. But again, let me hold on. Give me a second to turn on my fucking AC a little bit lower and put on a fan. It's hot as shit. Alright, give me another few seconds and we'll get this rolling again. Ow. Fuck. I'm always bringing my fucking Powerades, not drinking them. Oh yeah, I mean 156 wasn't a bad long, but 160 is not good. If you're longing at 160, you're stupid as hell. 156 wasn't horrible. Gave you 4% into our target zone. Yeah, I don't agree on longing this at all right now. You shouldn't be longing this at all. Go to 4 hour real quick. I just wanted to check something. Look at this. Oof, man. Yeah, we might get one more high to this gold zone, and that's why we have our stop loss just above it, or just like here's the bottom of the gold zone. I don't think it'll get above that wick right there. If it does, it'll be unfortunate because I'll stop us out. But I also, like I said, yes, I don't know if you remember, but I said have a portion of it order here and then have the rest of it here, right in front of your stop. So if it does move up, like it can, like I said, it can move up one more small time and still fit the structure bearishly, then roll over. And you just want to protect yourself just in case that happens, and get yourself out of the 1.236 extension of this current move, and to really secure your position. And again, I don't believe we're moving impulsively up because both Bitcoin and Ethereum are not matching each other in regards to time and a structure. In order for being an impulsive move up, both Bitcoin and Ethereum must perform in the same sort of must do the same sort of pattern and within the same amount of time. When they're not impulsively moving, then your time will stay the same in regards to pivoting, but your structure would completely be different. Like for example, in this little structure here, Ethereum made a high here, but Bitcoin didn't. So that told me that we're still within a correction. And look, and it was true. We were still within a correction. This wasn't a break south. It was actually just like A, B, C, or something like that. So it's very, very key that those things you pay attention to those little details like that will really help you understand how price is developing, and it potentially help you develop a strategy to trade that price and that time aspect. And so, let's see here, get all this stuff out of the way. And again, if you missed it, there's a few different counts that we could allude to at this point. Why is there a B here? Weird. A, B, C. 1, 2. First of all, this has to absolutely hit some levels need to be met in order for me to consider this. Perfect algo kiss. Nearly perfect. So this does work well for an A, B, and C. But if this is gonna be true, then this has to at least hit a minimum. If this is indeed A, B, C, we will get down to 133 to 128. So 130 to 133 is where we would get down to confirm this as A, B, C. And if we do get down there, I'm longing to let me piss out of it in hopes and thoughts that this is an A, B, C. The other possibility, the other scenario is that this is just a W, X, Y. It already went above the 1/3 range, so I don't like this for an X wave at all. It's either it's an A, B, C, and we're just missing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like the shape it's taking in regards to Elliott wave to hold this as an impulse of 1 through 5, but the structure is still being held, so must be very mindful of that. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Oof. You see that? So taking this trend line, take it off there, boom. Let's do TGX. Just do a TGX trend line there to here. momentum trend line, price action trend line. So we broke it here on your oscillator, right? And then soon after, you couldn't get back over bullishly, said it was a strong sell. Then after, you broke it another time, and it actually broke this time. See if we lower it. What happens if we lower it? Where's this break at? It's too late. Too late. And then your momentum trend line. Once your momentum trend line breaks, along with your price action trend line, you're done. Curious. So notice how the momentum trend line was just broken. So that's very, very key here. I know you cannot draw your momentum trend line from here to there because it has no correlation to price at that point. You only can depict it on your oscillator. So both the price action and the momentum trend line were just broken on TGX. Along with TGX dipping back into the red zone. That hasn't happened in a very long time. Very long time. Look how well that this channeling technique I showed you guys is second to none in regards to in trying to understand price action and stuff like that. Once you get an extreme, you think you have a divergence possible playing. After that, you fucking draw your channel on RSI, and then you draw your channel on PA, and then you play the range. And like I said, I gave you guys a few rules to listen to how to in regards to how to understand a certain director phase. So again, you take it to the lows. And then take it to this high, which is right here. And as long as price stays beneath the median, as well as RSI staying beneath the median, then your divergence you're seeing here, that you're remember, you took it off this point, and you're seeing this, and now you're getting that rejection here. You look for 2 to 3 candle closes within the time frame you're studying in order to determine the rejection or an exception in terms of what you want to see. And so hit 1, 2, 3, start moving south, and that will show me an indication that it was indeed a good setup, because you had this high, and you thought, okay, we could potentially put a bearish divergence setup here. So you draw your zones, and like I said, as long as both RSI and price stay the same, then you can really believe that it's indeed the correct move and divergence is actually true. But if, like, say, if RSI stayed beneath here like this, but price went above like that, then the likelihood of this moving up one more leg at least is very high, like that. If it gets above that channel with RSI staying beneath or even falling out, then you're really going to want to get away from this position, because then this is going to run on you like this. So what's funny here is I also think we're going to get a divergence off this call too if we do indeed break south. Look, so let's play our game. Starting from here, boom, boom, take it to the low here. So again, the high of your initial divergence point, or your initial point of trend, which is there, then your current high, or low, depending on what you're doing, that you think is going to throw a divergence call off of, and then you take it to your last point or your extreme to get you your zone for your channel. And so if this is indeed gonna be a bullish breakout, your RSI would not dip below this median. It'll stay above it. In fact, I actually do see this thing like this to stay bullish. And so let's do the same exact thing on price action. And this high, we're taking this high right there, or this one, right? Take off this one, which is right there, which is where I got it already. And so the theory is this. Oh shit, I want. So momentum starts here, price action trend line starts here. So you draw your price action trend line on TGX. And you don't long until both price and RSI are above that trend line. So you draw it on price, which is the high was here. And then whatever this, you could go off this one or this one. I'm going to go off this one for TGX. And so you won't long until. Sorry, our remote died. My remote. I don't know how this fell off or anything. Hold on 1 second. Let me plug this back in. Oof. Oof. Oofery. Get this back on going. Boom. Alright, give me about another second and we're good to go on again. Boom. Okay. So, oh shit. So draw your. What did I do? What is this? Oh, anyway. Draw your price action trend line. Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna label a different color. Go red. Go cayenne. Actually, gonna go red. And so I'm gonna take this red as well, so we can match. And then you also draw your actual trend, your momentum trend line. I'm gonna go ahead and label this one orange. You can never throw your momentum trend line off of price. It won't make sense. And so the theory is that you won't long this until both of these are broken. But this is a pretty flat zone. You usually go for a little bit steeper. So just be mindful of this one specifically, and that we probably won't have to wait to get a really good setup in regards to this long wise before we actually get it. So I'll make sure to keep you all updated on that. But it looks like for sure, not for sure, but it looks like since we got this nasty divergence here like this, like I said, in order for us to maintain bullish nature, RSI must maintain that median line with price action either floating down like this or staying on that median line. We can allow for this like that, but we immediately have to come out of this zone and we'll long that retest there. But yeah, that's essentially it. I really don't have anything else to explain. I think we got a good understanding of what we want to see and how we want to trade it and how we want to confirm bullish reversal once we break a low or something like that. I think we covered that all. So go ahead and ask me any last minute questions. I just noticed we did get an alert, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that up. Let's go to FX real quick. Low new chart FX. NZD CAD. So what's NZD CAD doing? CAD GPY, USD CAD, NZD CAD. Let's see what happened. I don't know what I was looking at, but oh. So I hope you got in on that. So that's a great call. Money, and look at this. Look. Now we went a little bit higher than I anticipated initially. But look at this. Ooh, we're underneath the channel. And it really didn't. So this actually could be very bad for. I just don't like it because the angle, they're different. This should have been down like that, but whatever. I would wait for this low to be broken here to close your short, and I'll place my short like my stop like at 0.89383. But I'm not really expecting much out of that except this here. And you want a long living pistol of this, by the way. Stop somewhere right there. Expect. I don't know. I would say layer your orders, to be honest, because this is more of a swing call. So I don't know exactly how pinpointed this is, but I do think this is a swing call, and I think this is a gigantic ABC here. A, B, C. Notice. Look at this, by the way. Damn, son. So yeah, if you got on that short, I'll be looking to close out, if not closing out now. And then I think it's going to break out pretty drastically pretty soon for Ethereum, for oh shit, NZD CAD. NZD CAD. Oh my fucking god, I keep pressing that fucking button, and I keep pressing N, and it goes back. Okay, go to post this to FX. And then I'm gonna get out of here. That's NZD USD. I want to see what NZD USD looks like real quick. Still haven't filled out orders, but we're watching patiently. Essentially, it's the same structure as fucking NZD CAD. This could be A. This could be an A, B, C. This could be all A, B, C. But regardless, I think that we're on along anything that's down there for sure. I know for a fact this is all some sort of corrective phase because look, no volume. So it could, like I said, it could be possible this is A, B, C. So we will know because we won't get above the 1.236, which is here. So A, B, C. A, B, C, X, Y. Let's see it. I want to do a study real quick. A, B, C. X hits that range just outside that range. And then Y. Ooh, to the T. You can't make this shit up. So again, how I count it, once I get enough in regards to time and I'm weak as hell. Yeah, actually, I didn't mean to fall asleep like that, but whatever. So again, how I count structures in an Elliott wave is once I get enough in regards to time and structure, I deem it an end of a correction phase. So here's a three-way move up, and at this point it broke up, and broke down. It hit a three-wave structure and didn't do it enough time. Our minimum time is at 2/3 range. Boom, hits that range to the T. And so because of that, we can really think this is A, B, C, and this corrected this and can move back up. But we ended up putting W, and then we made another three-wave move. And since we couldn't break this high here, the other telltale sign, and the fact that we put this move in within 1/3 range of your initial break, which is there. So here, W, X, and hit it within that 1/3 range, which is very valuable for an X. Then we can really start considering this W, X, and then all this is a Y combo. And this is a possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A, B, C, or W, X, Y, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4 coming down from 5 for an A, B, C, W, X, Y combo. This was a flat, so this is most likely going to be a zigzag, which is what it is right now, a zigzag, right? Flat, W, any 3 for X, as long as this is within a 1/3 range. And then since this was a flat, you look for Y to be a triangle or a zigzag. Zigzag. And so at this point, we have enough time in regards to time to finish this correction here. Finish the correction off that move to find an equally powerful move that way. Notice how we hit a low like that. We didn't break lower than that. So this is also another reason why I think it's A, B, C here. And then I'm going to get out of here after I look at USD CAD and DXY one more time. I know other charts I posted yesterday. I guess we should do that as well. So if you were to long this, your target would be a 1-to-1 first of all at 0.6869394 with your final target right here, clout target 0.70581. Actually, that's a different number now, huh? I don't know why I keep hitting that. So annoying. If you had trouble depicting the count here, I'm just going to do it real quick for y'all. 5-wave impulse up. Now we're trying to determine when is the end of the correction of this 5-wave impulse of up. We at least need a 1-to-1, 2/3 range, which was met right here. We actually met the entire corrective phase applicable position right here, and now we can start looking at combos after this point. Since we didn't make a 3-wave move, we made a 1-wave and then we made another move up, and since we didn't make another move down from this point, you're really thinking like, okay, we don't have enough time and we actually should move down. But if this is A, this is B, and this is C, let's see if that matches time in any way. If that passes time requirements. A, B hits that 1/3 range, and then one of them was over elongated like this. So that does also, both of those fit. The count I just showed you right now, A, B, or W, X. I don't like this as W, X, Y because like I said, your X's usually like to be that 1/3 range, and this is definitely not a 1/3 range. 1/3 range is right here. We went to a 1-to-1, so I don't like that as much as a count. W, X, Y. If anything, it's an A, B, and C there, but I like this better. A. Then this is also an ABC. A. So this is 1. A, B, C there? This is A, B, C. To me, regardless, we're buying any low because we're thinking that we're missing this 5-wave impulse, and we're just looking for that on this side. So, although I have a depiction that this could be an A, B, C, you still want to long this low right here in expectation that you could gain all this, with the possibility that I'm wrong, and this is a 1, 2, moving up for 3, or C, A, B, C. And then I'm going to get out of here pretty soon, alright? So start thinking of questions you to ask me, because then I'm going to do a quick 5-minute, what do you want to call it? Then you do this as well. You aim for a 1-to-1, which is literally right there. You go up higher in there. So regardless, you're aiming for a minimum of this number here. A, all this is B. This is A, B, C. We'll see though. Sim OR. Okay, let's go to USD CAD. Okay, so I guess we should have just went short with my first idea. Fucking dumb ass. I do think this is gonna come all the way down. I do. I do. I think this is gonna come all the way down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe for a subwave. Salty, super salty. Oh well. Hit a 1.236, so right now it's only at an ABC level, not a 5-wave impulsive structure down level. But the break right there really makes me want to believe that this could possibly be start of a new trend. So be mindful, right? Be careful. I think this is either A, B, C, are really going to come down, or let's see if I like that for WXY. I don't think I do. Yeah, I do. A, B, C. I do like that for WXY ABC. Unfortunately. I don't like how this X is supposedly a 5-wave. On NZD chart, could you just explain again briefly why beginning Feb red A isn't A, B in question? Thanks. What the fuck are you talking about? Take it back. Beginning of February. January, February. Here. Red A isn't a I show me a chart. I don't. It's hard to understand what you mean. Um, I can just tell you why I have this as A and not as a different structure. Um, in order for this to be an applicable A, B, and C, two of your moves must mimic each other in regards to time. So right there, these two moved in the same sort of time, and one is going to be drastically different. Drastically different. And so C is either going to be two of them are complex, and one is simple usually. And your simple one is usually your a shorty. And so since at first we're thinking A, the A at start of January, I could see start of February as the B. Dude, to be honest, I don't give a fuck about explaining myself because I don't care what y'all say. I'm just gonna trade what I see, and the A at start of Jan, I could see start of Feb as the B. Okay, start of February. Here, you consider this the start of B. That makes no sense, bro. How can you consider this the B, the start of the B? Oh, so are you saying this? A, B, C? All this is A? And this is B? Because I don't like that either. Because that's a 5-way structure. That's a 3-way structure. Don't like that. If you want to learn more about Elliott Wave, you don't ask me here. You ask me in Discord, and I'll teach you everything I know in Discord. I have everything you need to learn Elliott. Not everything. I have a lot of good stuff right here, and a lot of personal notes and a lot of personal things here that you won't get anywhere else. The Holy Grail is this thing right here. Where are we at? Not the Holy Grail, but this is very huge. Where are we at? This right here, huge key. So, if you want to learn about more about Elliott Wave, either do it yourself, by yourself on your own time, or come to me in Discord and I'll teach you everything I need to know, or you need to know in regards to the wave principle. And you will not learn it fast. It takes time. The wave principle is very difficult. But it's really hard to understand what you're asking me without you showing me, because I could tell. Yeah, I could just tell that your lingo is a little off in regards to just understand. Like you're just new to this. You're new to this, so you don't really understand how to explain it. Like for me, it's very hard to understand what exactly you're asking, because you're saying. Isn't A, B. See, I don't understand that. So, the start of, on energy chart, could you explain again briefly why the beginning of February, red A, isn't A, B wave, in question mark? What? What do you mean in question mark? Isn't A, B in question mark? It seems like you forgot a word, or you didn't mean to put in. Because on NZ chart, could you just explain again briefly why beginning of February red A isn't AB? Like what do you mean AB as an AB wave, or AB as AB in something else, or do you mean like AB in an AB wave? Like both AB are waves. Dude, very difficult to understand what you're asking me. But again, I could tell you why my chart is like this. Because, starting from the beginning, in order to, I see this as a 5 of impulse. In order to deem a corrective that has, in order to deem a pattern as an end to a correction in regards to the impulse that it is correcting, it must meet strict requirements both in time and in structure. The time aspect I'll tell you right now. So here's your initial. We can tell. Yeah, Tony Brown. So this is our initial impulse. So in order to figure out when we have enough time to end the correction, we choose our fib tool, take the entire time from base to high, or whatever it is, from low to high, doesn't matter. Hit it, and this pulls up our tool. In order to deem a correction as an appropriate correction, it must meet requirements in regard to time. The first one is it must meet a 2/3 range in regards to time in order to deem it as a proper correction. Here's your 2/3 range of time. Here's your 1-to-1 range of time, and 2/3 away from this. 2/3 away from this point each way is this way 1/3, and this way 1/3, and that gives you your approximate range for your 2/3 range of sister wave compatibility, and also your corrective phase compatibility in regards to the impulse that you're studying. And so, since these were the zones that the 2/3 range in regards to Elliott wave to determine the end of correction, we start to look at the actual pattern that is developing, and we ask ourselves, do we see an appropriate and logical 3-wave pattern that has developed within the time frame that we have studied in regards to the impulse that has moved from this base low around 6400 all the way to the base high at 6970. And you see here that within our 2/3 time frame, which is right there, we did not make a 3-wave pattern. We made a 2-wave. We're missing something. And if this was going to be a completed move, then the only way I can see this a completed move is this being A and B being very similar in time. Remember, in an ABC, 2 of them are going to be very similar in time and structure, and 2 of them are not. And 1 of them is not. It's going to be vastly drastic. And usually the one that's vastly drastic is a simple move. And your 2 other ones are very complex. And so with this understanding of both that we've made enough time in regards to a corrective time sequence in regards to this impulse, but we have not made enough in regards to a structure in regards to this impulse, we can start asking ourselves, okay, what exactly are we developing here? And then you start doing other things like this. You look at this two-wave structure and look at it. Do they mirror each other in terms of time and complexity? Yes. This is very complex. This is very complex. This is your proposed move down, and you try to see, do we hit any appropriate zones in time? Look, we hit that 2/3 time for a sister wave compatibility, and since we hit that sister wave compatibility in regards to time, we start to ask ourselves, we could actually put in an ABC here, and we could start to really believe this is the end of an impulse, end of the correction. But it must meet strict requirements for that C wave. 1 is an appropriate retracement level. 2 is there's a time that must be at hand. And we did hit a decent retrace level, but so this count can change, but I like this one I'm showing you here better. See, 2 of them were very, very similar in regards to time and structure, and your last move was very simple and in a 5-wave pattern. So this could have been, I'm going to show you an alternate count here. This actually can be an A, B, C, X, or A, B, and then C. 2 complex moves, 1 simple. Here's your complex, simple 3, complex. It's very rare your B wave, your simple move though, so this is why I don't like it that much. And I like the other one I showed you better. And I don't like this as X either because it went past the 2/3 or 1/3 range here. And we really wanted to stay within 0.5, and especially we really want to stay in here to determine X wave. So this is either an A, so A, B, C. But that means this absolutely cannot equal these two in regards to time at all. So this almost hit a 2/3 range. So let's see what hit. Almost to that range again. So I don't like that count as much, but it is possible. What I would rather have though, to consider this an A, B, and C, was this C wave breaking a major pivot. But since we didn't break any major pivots, like this one right here, I wasn't willing to call this C to make it an A, B, C compatible corrective structure for this impulse here. And the only reason I didn't like that is because this C wave didn't break any important pivots. It didn't do any important pivots, so I didn't deem it as an A, B, C. Instead, because those implications that I found, it's eluded in 2/3 range of time for this structure here. But we've only made a 3-wave structure from that high here, up and down. We know we're missing at least one more move down, and we must study the move down to determine if it is indeed an applicable move in regards to the structure we're studying. And you see from this point, it was a 5-wave impulse, like we would assume being an A, B, C, but we didn't break any significant lows at all in regards to structure. And so I didn't like this as an ABC, and so then I really started thinking, okay, this might actually be an impulsive structure in regards to this entire structure that's developing, and this is the entire range of corrective structure in regards to the entire range of impulsive structure we're developing here. And so we have a 3-wave structure here, and I labeled A. Because of that, because of all those reasons I just stated, that's why I labeled it A. Because we hit that 2/3 range time, but we did not do it with a correct structure, 3-wave structure. And even though we did break south for that 3rd-wave structure, we didn't break any significant pivots to really make me believe that this was indeed the breakdown and the sister wave of this A leg here, A, B, C. I would much rather it look like that or like this, one of the two. And so, since we didn't break any major pivots, I can label this A, had this one move down, one move up, and another move down. We make sure those pass appropriate labels. One went outside of the time range. Let's check if this stayed within the time range though. Look at that, perfect 1/3 range. You can even possibly go off this one. There's perfect 1/3 range. So again, our rule held true. 2 of them would be the same, one would be very drastically different. These 2 are the same in terms of time, hit that 2/3 time, and this one was different. It was a little bit longer. And so since we have an appropriate structure in regards to pattern, as well as an appropriate time aspect in regards to the patterns that are developing within the structure you're studying, we can consider this, oh my gosh, we can consider this an end of correction. And so you would along that, because you got enough in regards to time and structure to correct this move here. Let's see here, just to double check that. Boom, yep. See this, within 2/3 range. Hit that within 2/3 range. So it passed it every single check, and so you would along that. But upon that long, you notice that we made another 3-wave structure, A, B, C. And so you're like, oh shit, well, I thought this was going to be a breakout. of a five-wave structure for A, B, C, right? Because you thought this was B, and you thought since these two A and B hit the same time frame, right, within 2/3 time frame, like I just showed, it absolutely cannot be a WXY, and so you would not be looking for a three-wave structure. You would only be looking for a five-wave structure because of this aspect. Now, let's say if we moved up in a three-wave structure here, and then this move right here was a three-wave structure and ended within this 1/3 time frame, then you'd be looking for a three-wave structure in the other direction like this to complete this WXY. But you see, this was not a three-wave structure into that 1/3 range. It was a five-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not an X wave. X waves are only three waves. So then you could have totally tossed out that X idea and start throwing it here. A, B in an A, B, C. A, B, C. And you're looking for a five-wave structure. And then boom, boom, boom. And you dropped right back down. At this point, you know you're not making. You could have maybe said this, you know, A, B, C. But since this made a three-wave structure, broke down again, could not clear that high, you start to really think, okay, this is probably an X wave. And in order to prove yourself as an X wave, you do this. You take your proposed A, your proposed W, which was here, right? W, and you see if it hits that 1/3 range. And look at that, it just missed, the high just missed that 1/3 range, so it's very applicable for an X wave. And so you throw that in there. And at this point, you're looking for a three-wave structure in a zigzag or a triangle. Or looking for a three-wave structure in a zigzag or a triangle to develop. And the reason why you do that is because WXY, I keep reiterating this, if your W is a flat, any three, your Y is probably going to be a zigzag. Or opposite direction, if your W is a zigzag, any three, then this is probably going to be a flat. WXY. Or if this is a B, C, D, E, this is very rare that this is the that you enter in a triangle, but it does happen. W, any three, X, and then Y would probably be a flat or a zigzag. What's more common is this though, is that your Y gets the triangle. You get like a zigzag or a flat, any three, and then A, B, C, D, E, and then it breaks down for W, X, Y. And this again, your X must be within. So technically this is wrong. Technically this has to be right there. Maximum is right here at 0.5. But that's the structure you look for to trade, and then you go out this. But that's essentially it, you know? And so since we were looking for a zigzag or a triangle, you initially look for a three-wave pivot for a triangle, A, B, C. But then we moved up again, moved down, and at this point you knew we're not in a triangle because we made a five-wave impulse, and triangles are 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. A, B, C, D, E. And since we made a five-wave structure down, we knew we weren't performing a triangle, and the only thing we could be performing was a zigzag. Five, 3, 5. And this is why I believe we have one more down, either double bottom or just wick below and get our entry point. But that's essentially it. That's how I study the market in regards to Yeah, okay, so like I said, in order for an ABC, you have to understand what ABC is. And I just showed you what a WXY looks like. An ABC, two of your legs are gonna mimic each other in regards to time and structure. In a WXY, two of them are gonna mimic each other in regards to time, but not structure. And the two of them that do mimic each other in regard to time in your WXY is your W and your Y. And your X is always of 1/3 time frame of your initial W. Now for an ABC, two of them are going to mimic each other in regard to time and structure, meaning complexity. So if A is a 5-wave structure like this, and eats up that amount of time, and then B is a simple 3, but also eats up the same amount of time as this initial 1/3 range. I mean, within that 1/3 range here, then you're gonna really think of, since these two are very similar, C is gonna be drastically different. And since these two are very simple, a simple 5 without any extensions, and then a simple 3 without any complexities, WXYs, then your C is probably gonna be an extended C into a 1.236 extension, like this. And this will perform like a 1, 2, then like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then A, B, C, then a 1 to finish that 5 for A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an extended third wave. And that should surpass a 1/3 that should surpass the time frame of this 1-to-1 here of this A or B to be true, and it is. So just understand the concepts of what it takes to develop an ABC and what it takes to develop a WXY. Remember, in a WXY, two of your structures will mimic each other in regards to time, meaning your W and your Y will always be within 2/3 range of each other. And your X wave must be below a 0.5 and usually is within 1/3 range of your W. And remember, if W is a flat, Y is probably going to be a zigzag. If W is a zigzag, Y is probably going to be a flat. If W is a zigzag and Y could also be a triangle. It's very rare that you get both of them doing a flat and a flat. Very rare. If it does happen like that, you won't get the same flat. Instead, you'll get like a regular flat, some X, then like an expanded flat. But they will never ever really mimic each other in terms of structure. The closest you'll get is something like this, where they're both flats, but the structure is not the same. They won't both be a regular flat. They both won't be an expanded, or they both won't be an irregular, a regular. He's looking to extend. I'm not going to look at any more charts in crypto. I'm sorry you're a little late, bud. I'm in Forex now, and I'm about to sign out because it's now 1. So I started this at 11:20. I didn't even intend to go this long, but I got a few questions to be asked, and those were pretty important questions that I felt like that were they weren't like important questions, but they're very, very, very good questions. And thank you, Chris, or Chaos Chris. I can't really. I think this is Chris. Thank you for the questions. Those are really good questions to ask. And I tried my best to show you how I determine corrections and how I do it in regards to structure and time. By the way, your time tool does not look like this. It absolutely does not. The standard time tool does not look like mine at all. At all. So, yeah, that's it. Go ahead and ask me any last minute questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. All right, I'm gonna throw on some tunes, and we'll start to fade out of this air. So ETH looking to Litecoin looking to extend. What do you mean, buddy? Let's look at this. Let's look at Litecoin real quick. What do you mean Litecoin looking to extend? So, yeah, Litecoin does look like it's pretty good, honestly. It does. Litecoin looks like a 5-wave impulse from the base. Or A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or is it 1, 1, 2? All this is 3, 4, 5. I think if it's gonna be a bullish count, it's gonna be this. 1, 2. All this is 3, 4, 5. So if this is gonna be true, we must maintain $71.73 for the next 2 to 4 H4 closes. We only got one close above it, and it's a bearish close. These next two closes must be above that range I just told you to maintain bullish sentiment. This is obviously ABC. One, two, three. Yeah, I'm not really I'm not really sure about this one exactly. The structure here is very, very peculiar. What I like about it is that, in fact, that it got out of the falling wedge. That was pretty huge right there. So, like I said, I do like this, but I would like to see some consolidation like this in that range right there to be bullish. So I'll go ahead and I'll leave this as how it is, and I'll check back with this tomorrow to see if I get a better understanding. Because right now I'm not too positive here. What link? What link are you talking about? Oh. That link. No. Don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it. I don't understand what's happening here. I don't understand what's happening right here. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. Notice how this entered that zone? I don't like it. Notice how this time frame is totally different from this time frame? I don't like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is there a 2 here? Why is there a 2 here? I'm confused. That's not. This is not a one. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not. Sorry, it's not. It's an A, B, C. Some 3, and then another move down. To me, it's this: A, B, C, or W, X, Y. A, and since this went longer than a 1/3 range, I had no choice but to label it B. Here's that 1/3 range. Could not break any significant pivots after that 1/3 range. I don't like it for an X wave, so it only can be an A, B. This entire range is B, and now we move down for a C. 1, 2. I don't really know how to count this, but some sort of C, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I don't mean to bash your account, whatever, but this just doesn't make sense. Remember, time is very important to Elliott Wave. If you're not using time in Elliott Wave, get the fuck out. If you're not using and incorporating time with as much weight as price action, your Elliott Wave is gonna suck. It's gonna suck real bad, and you're gonna be really confused. So ABC, ABC, and at this point, like I said, I thought we were due for one more little low before that move, but I thought it was ABC, ABC. It could also be this. So ABC, 2, ABC. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is going to be true, we will not hit this trend line right here. And we'll stay above this trend line here like that. But I'll be a buyer for sure if we break below $64 on Litecoin. And again, I would like some consolidation on the H4 chart above $71.20 to really leave me bullish as a breakout, this being like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, or something like that, you know? Anyways, that's all, you guys. It's been about a 2-hour long session. I'm only meant to do this for an hour, but it happens like that. I got some other things to get out of finish before I get to bed, so I gotta get going pretty soon. So I'm gonna not ask for any questions at this point. If you have any questions for me that you want me to answer and are very important, please DM me on either Twitter or in Discord, and I'll be happy to answer them when the time is appropriate for me. And that'll be as soon as possible, obviously. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and raise the music up, and I'll transition us back to our home screen as soon as the music is over. We are now listening to some Jai Wolf, and we are gonna play some Indian Summer. So Jai Wolf, Indian Summer. Shoot me any last minute questions, and in about 3 minutes we'll be out of here, all right? And that's it, my friends and people. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me tonight. It's been another great edition. Rocked out for about 2 hours. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope everybody had a great day today. And I hope everybody continues to have a great day or night, whatever it may be in your time aspect. So, catch me again tomorrow, roughly earlier than today. I accidentally slept. I took a nap and I didn't mean to, so yeah. Catch me on tomorrow, roughly around 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which also is roughly midnight Eastern Standard Time. And we'll get it popping and rocking like we did today. Hopefully we can cover some cool things. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for all tuning in. This is your boy, Satoshi motherfucking Heavy, signing the fuck out. Peace.